Yesterday was a big day for me, I guess, as a real estate investor, because I was actually a guest on the Bigger Pockets podcast. So I wanted to explain a little bit about what it meant to me to be a guest on the podcast yesterday. It comes out on March 17th, so heads up. You should just obviously subscribe so you can listen to it. And if you're really watching this and you're into real estate investing, I don't know how you're not listening to that podcast all the time. But I recorded yesterday. Episode comes out March 17th, St. Patrick's Day, which makes sense. I'm wearing a green shirt. My last name is Green. One of the co-hosts' name is Green. It's just going to be a green day all around. But again, my name is Jonathan Green. I am a real estate investor. I've been doing that for more than 30 years. I have an off-market property acquisition company called Streamline Properties. And I have a real estate team for on-market transactions called Streamline Properties On Market. We're brokered by eXp Realty. I've been playing around with real estate my whole life. I learned everything in real estate investing from my dad, who was an attorney, as am I. And then he transitioned and really did real estate his whole life while playing around with attorney stuff. But real estate was his thing. And I kind of grew up knowing that and then learning it as I went through and then did it myself. So one of the reasons why it meant so much to me to finally get on the BiggerPockets podcast as a guest is because I know my dad would be proud. He was always proud when he saw me as an attorney. I'd do trials as a prosecutor and he would come and watch when he was alive. And that was like a big moment, but I don't think he ever expected me to transition into this level of real estate investing and coaching and all of the things that I do with my on-market team. So just the fact that I would get on there and he'd be able to listen and realize that like all of those lessons that I'm talking about all started with him, it's a big deal to me. And I think that anyway, if you're going to get somewhere in any field, for me specifically, it's real estate, whether it be investing on market, helping people buy, sell, or invest in homes, it has to come from a strong why. And my why is a lot related to my kids, but also to the legacy that my dad kind of laid out for me, taught me about properties, bringing me through foreclosures at a very young age, taught me about buying and selling, how to make offers, negotiating, how to be a good landlord. He was way too nice of a landlord, to be honest, but I would come home at college and have to do collections on his properties because he was fine with letting people go 2, 3, 4, 5 months without paying. But he was a nice guy. I'm probably not that nice, but again, I don't have a ton of landlord opportunities as I look for other opportunities now. So, when you get into a field like this, you never know where it's going to go. But getting on the podcast, being able to talk to David and Rob, who both have huge YouTube channels here, you can find them, David Green Real Estate and Rob Built. It was great. It was a great conversation, and I'm not going to give away any information about the episode at all, but I think there's going to be a lot of useful things in there if you're a real estate investor or someone who's looking to get into real estate investing and also wants to figure out how to get the most out of BiggerPockets site. So it was great to be on there. I spend a lot of my time on BiggerPockets. I have 15 minutes a day scheduled away to just look on BiggerPockets, and I make sure I respond to at least 5 questions a day. And I think that's kind of been part of my ritual. I have hundreds of real life friends that I've met on BiggerPockets. A lot of people on my on-market real estate team I met through BiggerPockets. And we do 4 meetups a month via Zoom. Almost all of those people came via BiggerPockets. So I owe a lot to that portal being available. And I figured out how to use it, I think, the right way and build relationships, which I think is what real estate investing is all about. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe to the BiggerPockets podcast and then be on alert for March 17th. It's Green Day. Me, David Green, Rob for the episode changed his name to Rob Green. I'll wear green again, and it's St. Patrick's Day when the episode comes out. So be on the lookout. Again, Jonathan Green, 317, BiggerPockets podcast. It's coming at you. Thanks.